Almost everyone probably has a cellar. I'm talking about the inhabitants of villages, dorches, and towns. And how many people had strange things happen, as if a demon had settled there. That's right for me. I keep pickled vegetables, potatoes, moonshine, stew, and homemade wine in my cellar. Many friends joke that I've prepared for war, and the younger guys are preparing for the apocalypse. This little end of the world happened to me a month ago right in this underground warehouse. My younger brother visited me once. We were sitting in the evening, having drinks and snacks, and then, as the eldest, I suggested that he go get another bottle stored in the cellar. He didn't argue, but just walked away in silence. A minute later, I hear a crash and terrible screams. Damn! What the hell is that sitting in there? From what I thought that my brother decided to make a joke, now I'm going to ask him a question, the thought flashed through. When I came to the room with the door leading down, I saw the following picture. My pale brother was sitting on the floor, with his hair tousled, his eyes round with fright, pointing his finger at the cellar. He's trembling all over like a little kitten. There's something there, he said in a trembling voice. To which I replied with a grin, what? Have you been drinking too much? I'm not pouring for you anymore. And he started to go downstairs. The light in the cellar was off. I pressed the switch a few times, but it didn't work. Hey, Vedic, give me the flashlight. It's in the dresser, I asked my brother. After a moment, he hands it to me. After going downstairs, I stood firmly on the floor, and as soon as I turned on the flashlight, illuminating the room a little, it immediately went out. I shuddered a little, feeling a little scared, because it seemed to me that I saw something, some kind of animal or something. Trying to shine the light again, I made sure that the flashlight was not working. Damn it. We'll have to grope. To be honest, goosebumps went down my body, and my hands began to shake. A dark room, I caught a glimpse of some kind of creature. What if it really scared my brother? He began to spin in his head. After taking a couple of steps forward, something stopped me. I saw two bright red lights glow in the far dark corner of the cellar. What is this? I stood rooted to the spot and started looking, trying to figure out what this strange light was coming from. The lights were positioned like the eyes of some kind of demon. As soon as he took another step forward, he heard a low growl. You know, when a dog eats and you approach it from behind, it does the same thing, not loudly. Holding my breath, I waited a little longer. Damn, is this really a dog? I began to reason. As I staggered back, I stumbled, which caused me to fall with a crash. It was like a signal to this creature. It growled with such force that it made my chest feel like my heart was about to burst with fear. I ran for the stairs, though I don't remember how I got to the top. They say that the eyes are afraid, but the hands do. In my case, it's about the legs that seem to teleport me into the room. When I came to, I felt pain in my leg. After looking at which I saw blood. That thing scratched me. Well, did you get the moonshine? My brother chuckled. No, that dog kept everything for himself. I laughed it off. We closed the cellar, then put a heavy box on the door so that the creature couldn't get out. My neighbor went hunting and was supposed to come back the next day. That's how he was going to come in after, with his gun.at night, my brother and I were on pins and needles because there was some strange noise coming from the cellar. We were scared at the thought that something would want to leave the basement to attack us. It's not hard to imagine how we felt at that moment. By the morning, by the way, everything was quiet, and closer to lunch a neighbor came. He didn't believe our story, but just laughed. But when he opened the cellar, he was horrified. The lights were already on, and everything was turned upside down. The walls were scratched, cans of vegetables were simply smashed, bottles of alcohol too, but the stew seemed to have been eaten. The neighbor says that the claw mark is very deep, and even he, an experienced hunter, would not be able to tell which animal is capable of such a thing. What is this something? How did it get into the basement, and how did it get out unnoticed? It remains a mystery to us. Judging by the torn metal shelves, we were lucky. If he could tear through metal with his claws, what would happen to us when we met this creature?